Eddie Hall wants street fight W/Hafthor Bjornsson, talks Mariusz Pudzianowski. He's **** ed up some good fighters. The Beast rekindled his interest in facing Mariusz Pudzianowski in MMA before expressing his desire to battle Hafthor Bjornsson in a street fight. Eddie Hall continues to tease another potential showdown in combat sports. Hall discussed his dream fight matchup with strongman legend Mariusz Pudzianowski. In addition, he explained why he would only take on Hafthor Bjornsson in a street fight because he doesn't want to do business with him. Eddie Hall claimed to the world's strongest man back in 2017 and held the deadlift world record before Hafthor Bjornsson broke it. His sheer power, discipline, and talent for various athletic ventures have turned him into one of the biggest stars in the fitness sector. Hall and Bjornsson prepared diligently for a highly anticipated boxing match back in 2022. It was dubbed as the heaviest boxing match in history. And while both men found success via multiple knockdowns, it was Thor who ultimately got his hand raised via unanimous decision. Their rivalry, which started back in strongmen, still exists today. Hall has remained busy, whether trying his hand at bodybuilding and arm wrestling or preparing for combat sports endeavors. He recently took part in a viral 2-on-1 MMA encounter against the Netta brothers. In the end, Hall body slammed and notched an impressive KO victory, sending the combat sports world into a frenzy. Now, it seems Hall is looking to up again, but this time with Pudzianowski. Eddie Hall talks dream of battling Mariusz Pudzianowski in combat sports, says he only wants street fight with Hafthor Bjornsson. In a recent YouTube video, Eddie Hall opened up on facing Pudzianowski in combat sports. Pudzianowski's a former 5-time world's strongest man competitor and has found huge success in MMA. Making matters even more interesting, Pudzianowski called for a fight against Hall years ago back in 2020. If you'd have asked me that 6 months, a year ago, I would have said Mariusz Pudzianowski, and I probably would still say now. I think Mariusz is 5 times world's strongest man, so he's got me on that. He's been doing MMA for 16 years. Although Hall would love the opportunity, he admits facing off against Pudzianowski tells him. Yeah, 100% nervous, to fight him. He scares the shit out of me, to be honest. He was ferocious in strongmen, he's been ferocious in MMA, and his engine, that's what scares me the most. He's just got an engine. He adds that the strongman legend has a gas tank that allows him to mount effective all-out offenses. He's just got this engine that can give and give and give. It's the same with the fighting. You watch him, he throws one shot, takes a big breath, and then it's just like bam bam bam. He can throw shots as hard as you can fucking imagine. His for 2 minutes match against Bjornsson, Hall revealed that he ripped his left bicep, which hampered his training progress. Loads of training for Bjornsson boxing match, I committed my life to that fight. The most unfortunate thing for that, and now I say it, I got blasted after that fight, people saying I didn't train properly. I ripped my left bicep off 6 months before that fight. You couldn't even use the arm. I was putting footage out that I was swimming and all sorts, but in reality I was fucked. I couldn't even use my arm. He revealed that he could hardly throw his left hand during his boxing match with Bjornsson. Not only did I do that, but I had to swap my stance, so I had to fight southpaw with only 2 to 3 months of training, and then when the fight happened, I still could only use my right arm. If you watch the fight, I threw my left arm. I think my coach counted, I threw 18 shots with my left arm, he shared. While we may not see Eddie Hall back in combat sports anytime soon, fans would love nothing more than to see these 2 titans of strongmen square off for supremacy in MMA or boxing. It would surely be Hall's toughest combat sports challenge to date. As it stands, Hall hasn't mentioned concrete plans for facing off with Pudzianowski, but that could easily change in me. As for Hafthor Bjornsson, it's clear Hall still has some resentment following their long-lasting feud both in strongman and the boxing sphere.